Hey everybody, Tim here with today's review of Doctor Who, story number 170. Two-parter, the finale for season 1, Bad Wolf and the Parting of Ways. Not really a spoiler, but it is the last part of the 9th Doctor. So it's really disappointing. I do feel like he went way too soon. And I don't know a lot of the details, but I know Eccleston had a lot of trouble behind the scenes with like some of his own personal stuff, and then like some dealings with some of the producers and the writers and stuff like that, and that's why he's never been back since, even though people have asked him over and over again. But it's really disappointing, and I do hope that at some point he will come back or make some sort of an appearance. All that being said, overall it was an okay two-parter. It wasn't fantastic, as the Doctor would say, but it was pretty good. So, like, we start out, it is 100 years after the episode The Long Game, and they get sucked out of space, and everybody kind of lands in a different TV show. So we got the Doctor being in Big Brother, which I used to watch Big Brother in like 2005, 2006, but I don't know. I never really went back. I watched it for like 2 seasons and was done. But, so the Doctor's in the house, and they find out that it's the transmat beam that's brought them to Satellite 5. Which, I love the transmat reference. That is a reference going all the way back to, God, like the 4th Doctor? Maybe the 3rd Doctor? Like, the transmat beam has been around for a long time. So that was pretty cool. I like that. Rose ends up on The Weakest Link with Anne Robinson Droid, aka Anne Droid. I loved that joke. So stupid, but absolutely loved it. And then Jack ends up what not to wear. And then, of course, he ends up naked, which who doesn't want to see John Barrowman naked? But overall, it was pretty interesting. While Rose is on The Weakest Link, we get our first reference to Torchwood, so that was great. When you lose in The Weakest Link, and when you get voted out of Big Brother, you're disintegrated completely. You're not evicted, you're disintegrated, you don't leave, you're disintegrated. We finally get the Bad Wolf montage that I've been waiting for, where we see it all throughout the season. And this is when we find out that it's the year 200,100, 100 years after, and we are on Satellite 5, which is now the game station. There's 100 different games. You can go to any sort of game you want. Well, 100 years ago, when the Doctor shut everything down, that's when everything went to shit, and he kind of ruined everything. I love where, like, Jack says hello, and he's like, for you, he's like, stop it. All I did was say hello. For you, that's flirting. I was like, okay, so that's me. Got it. Okay, whatever. Hello. So, the face of Bo is the answer to a question, and that's like the only question that Rose gets right. And then she gets disintegrated. But wait, they're not disintegrated. This disintegration beam is a transmat beam. And so they go over there, and who is the master of the television show? It's the Daleks. And there's 500,000 of them. End of part 1. I was like, oh my god. Like, how much can they throw at you? I love the line where it's like, it's a fully functional force field. Try saying that drunk. It's a fully functional force field. Fully functional force field. Fully functional force field. It's pretty easy. Like, I could be an actor. Just learn the lines. It's fine. We meet the Emperor of the Daleks. Okay, it's a gigantic Dalek. BFD. We've seen gigantic Daleks before. We see Jack kiss Rose and then kiss the Doctor, which I think is the first male-on-male kiss that we've seen in Doctor Who. I know, like, the first episode, Rose was the first mention of the word gay, but I think this is the first actual kiss. So that's pretty interesting. And who else would it be besides the Doctor and Jack? So that's pretty great. Rose, like, he sends Rose away in the TARDIS because he's like, nope, I said I'd protect you. Bye-bye. So we get that. And Rose just talks to Jackie about meeting her dad and all the different adventures she's been on. And, like, it's a great line where she's like, how am I supposed to just, like, do life? Like, how am I just supposed to sit here and eat chips? Which, it's French fries. I'm sorry, I can't do it. She's sitting there eating French fries. And she's like, how am I supposed to do this? Like, what am I supposed to do? They do the disintegrating the Dalek, okay? And, like, this is where it slowly starts to peter out. Where, like, the Doctor kisses Rose and like sucks all the energy of the time vortex out of her and back in himself. And I was like, okay, it's kind of interesting. Like, I kind of get what you're doing, because Rose like looked inside and stuff, and then that's what kills him. And he does his spiel about like, you were fantastic. You know what? So was I. Why? I don't know. Why would you say that about yourself when you're about to die? Like, I get that, like, the actor's leaving and it's regeneration and stuff like that, but I don't know. It just seemed like such a weird line to say. Like, I know everybody absolutely loves it, but it just seems awkward to me more than anything. But as far as, like, a finale goes, like, it's sad to see 9 go, but it was okay. It wasn't bad. I still hate Rose so much. And to me, she actually gets worse next season than she is this season. But, I don't know. I did like the season overall. It's interesting to look at, like, William Hartnell's first season compared to, like, this first season, like, where Doctor Who started and stuff like that. But overall, I did enjoy it. Curious what you guys think about the whole Bad Wolf thing all the way through. What did you think of the season all the way through? What did you think of 9 all the way through? Go ahead, let me know, and I will see you guys next time for the Christmas Invasion.